Most of us have been conditioned to associate masculinity with power, dominance, aggression, or physical strength. Yet history repeatedly shows that the strongest men are rarely those who can control others. Eh? They are those who can control themselves. Eh? Self-control is one of the highest forms of masculine strength because it demonstrates mastery over impulses, emotions, desires, and reactions. Eh? Anyone can lose control, but far fewer can remain centered when every part of them wants to react. You know, Physical strength can intimidate people. Wealth can influence people. Status can attract people. But self-control governs the one person you are responsible for becoming. And that is yourself. Mm. A man without self-control, they become a servant to their impulses. Mm. And I'm saying this from experience. Eh? He may be controlled by anger, lust, pride, addiction, ego, or the need for validation. Eh? From the outside, he may appear very powerful, yet internally he is being pulled in every direction by forces he cannot govern. Eh? True strength is revealed when a man has the ability to react but chooses restraint. Eh? It is the ability to speak but choosing silence when silence is wiser. Eh? It is having the power to retaliate, but choosing discipline instead of revenge. It is remaining committed to long-term goals despite short-term temptations. You know, Psychologically, self-control is closely tied to emotional regulation and delayed gratification. Research consistently shows that individuals who can manage impulses tend to achieve better outcomes in relationships, careers, finances, and personal development. A man who lacks self-control often becomes reactive, allowing circumstances and emotions to dictate his behavior, while a man with self-control becomes responsive rather than reactive. He creates space between feeling and action, allowing wisdom to guide decisions rather than emotions alone. You know, this capacity builds trust because people know his behavior is not controlled by mood of the moment. Mm. Spiritually, self-control represents inner sovereignty. It is the ability to govern one's inner world instead of being ruled by it. Mm. And many traditions view mastery of the self as a greater achievement than conquering external obstacles. The battle is not against the battle is not against other people. It is against unconscious habits, fears, attachments, and impulses. Mm. A man who wins this battle develops a calm strength that does not need constant display or even recognition. You know, in short, self-control is one of the strongest expressions of masculinity because it reflects mastery rather than domination. It develops emotional stability, discipline, and resilience. Mm. As I said, it represents sovereignty over the self. The measure of a man is not how much power he has over others, but how much power he has over himself. The man who can govern his own mind, emotions, and actions possesses a strength that no external force can easily take away. You know, my people, hail, hail.